The Resident Evil 2 remake, in my opinion, is exactly what happens when a company, in this case a developer, actually listens to feedback from their fans and of course draw inspiration from older titles as well as some of the new survival horror titles not named Resident Evil. When I look at Resident Evil 2, I definitely see the older games, but I also see some Evil Within in there, and I think you see, probably inspiration from other third-person action survival type of games. It's definitely, when the trailer first happened, when I first seen this trailer and I was watching the Sony E3 conference live, something inside me ticked. Something about seeing that and getting confirmation that this thing was real, that it wasn't in, some type of development hell, and that I was actually going to be able to play one of the, greatest games of all time, but, with modern visuals, it almost made me cry. Like there was some slight tearing up even after the fact, because I've watched multiple gameplay videos now, different people playing some sort of demo that the rest of us, unfortunately, don't have access to. I would like to. I would love to play that short demo for myself, but it is going to be one hell of a ride. I'm excited. I am beyond excited. This game comes out 2 days after my birthday, and that's crazy to me because I was thinking, not only was it possible this game was in some sort of development hell, but like it may never happen, and if it does, like what would it actually be like? Capcom, in some ways, I think many would say, have been hit and miss, and last generation especially, they were catching all kinds of crap about on-disc DLC. I think they were one of the first, not the first, but they were one of the first, and they were maybe one of the worst offenders for things like that, and maybe with some of their games they still have poor business practices like that, but every now and then Capcom will surprise you and they'll do special things. And on this engine, on this RE engine, it looks amazing. Like right now, this is like one of the best looking, probably, Resident Evil 2 Remake, and then Gears, and then The Last of Us 2, as far as like linear games that impress me visually. It looks excellent. It looks amazing, and there's some screenshots out there, and I think even some short video clips that you can watch where like Leon looks wet at times. Like when he steps out in the rain, like his clothes, everything looks really legit. There's tons of attention to detail, and that's why I say, like, not only drawing inspiration and bringing in developers that worked on some of the older games, but they're paying attention. They see what Shinji Mikami and that team have done with stuff like Evil Within. And Evil Within, for the game that it is at times, has a lot of great attention to detail, and I love that about games. And I think this is just the beginning. I think we're in for one hell of an experience, and I think we're looking at least minimum a 15 to 20, 25 hour game, and then of course you're going to be able to play multiple characters. I think that this is going to work a little bit different from the original. I think they said that there's going to be A/B scenarios, but it's not going to be how we remember. So it's going to be special. This is going to be one of the most special games of 2019. This is going to be possibly the, best remake that we've ever seen, and it's already looking fantastic. Just based on what I've seen, I really want to go on a media blackout. Like, I don't really want to see anything else from this game because I feel like I've seen enough. I've seen enough from this, and even though I'm not the biggest fan of these games, you look at Devil May Cry, the new Devil May Cry, it looks amazing too. Like, Capcom is really coming through right now. Sometimes companies mess up. Sometimes they see the error in their ways and they redeem themselves. And I think based on what we've seen, what little we've seen from stuff like Resident Evil 2 Remake and the new Devil May Cry, it seems like Capcom is on the right path. But Capcom, if you could, when can I get that Monster Hunter PC release? We gonna get a date for that? Is that going to happen before the year is over? But even if I don't play that anytime soon, just knowing that I'll be able to play this game that watching a trailer, watching a little bit of gameplay for, you know, it almost brought tears to my eyes. It was such a big part of my childhood, this game. I mean, there's other games, but Resident Evil in general, you know, it was one of, not the first, but one of the first PlayStation exclusives that I played. The first, of course, being, and I've told the story many times, Twisted Metal. And if we could ever get a remake for that and just, you know, modern visuals, oh man, you know, I don't know if it would, even though it was the first, I don't know if it would, you know, give me the feels that Resident Evil 2 Remake does, because I enjoy that genre more, but it would be special. It would be really special, but, you know, it's unfortunate to think that it seems like Twisted Metal may be dead for a very long time, possibly even forever. But that's for a completely different video. Yeah, this game, it's going to be special, guys. I think if you like this genre, even if you're not completely into survival horror games, this game I think is going to have enough action that will please many fans that just kind of want to shoot things and don't really focus on much of anything else. I think it's going to be for some of those people as well, but man, it's going to be good. I have a feeling this one is going to be really, really good, and I'm, you know, to say I'm excited is an understatement. I can't wait. I can't wait. It won't be long now, and even for you guys, you know, we don't have to wait long to play it. So that's my video. That's my take, and let me know what you guys thought. Those of you that played the original game, those of you that loved the original game, what did you think? You know, like, did it make you feel some type of way? And maybe if you've never played the Resident Evil games, or this has never been a thing for you, maybe some of you guys are excited as well. Maybe this will be one of your first survival horror games, and you know, I'm sure, again, like, some of you guys are pretty hyped about Resident Evil 2 Remake as it stands now. So that's my video. You guys have been awesome. Thank you for the continued support. Links down in the description to follow me on Twitter, follow me on Twitch, and of course, if you like what you see, help a guy out. It helps more than you know. Subscribe here on YouTube. I appreciate it. You guys take care. Peace.